Hey guys, so now that you finished the background for our Jean-Michel Basquiat graffiti portraits and you have created your name graffiti letters, we're ready to put all of this together. So the first thing I want you to do is take the portrait that you just got back from me that we took last week. So we have a black and white portrait here, which isn't very fun and isn't very exciting. So the first thing we want to do today is just add some color to our portraits. So areas that we would color, we're going to be coloring with chalk just like we did on the letters. Things you might want to color are your lips, you might want to color your skin. You might want to color around like your shirt, things like that. But one thing to keep in mind as we use chalk is it is super messy, just like outdoor chalk is. So you want to keep a paper towel or a piece of paper under your hand when you color so it doesn't get all over your page. You also want to take your finger very lightly, blend in those colors as you color. For your skin, you may want to use a tan or a brown color and very lightly add just a little bit of color. See how I'm not adding a whole lot, only a small amount to add color to my face. Because I don't want to end up with a face that looks too dark or too light. Then I'm coming in and I'm using my finger to just really blend and mush that chalk around to get a nice color. Now you guys have more skin tones than I have. If you look, I only have brown, black, and white. But you guys have some nice tan colors in there that you can use as well. So take your chance, pick something that you think works well for skin color. Okay, same thing with your hair. Use whatever colors you think look good for your hair. And you're just gonna add a little bit of color with the chalk to your hair. I'm gonna mix some browns and some reds together because that's kind of what my hair looks like. And once again, remember, we don't wanna overdo it. We don't wanna color really hard or press hard. Just want to press lightly, making a few lines. Most of your coloring today is going to be done when you take your finger and really blend or push with those color with that finger. It is okay if you get outside the lines a little bit. So as you notice, I'm kind of going outside the lines there, aren't I? That is okay today because we're going to cut these out. That's the next step. And last but not least, you do want a little color on your clothes. I'm going to go with a blue just to kind of brighten things up. And once again, not doing really hard. I'm not pushing hard. I'm just lightly adding some color and blending it with my finger. All right, guys, once you've got your portrait colored, and you've got your letters colored. Now remember, if you didn't do it last time, you should have colored all the letters of your name and then use that finger to blend them so they look more like chalk or spray paint. Once you have those all colored, you are going to cut them out. Now this can be kind of tricky because some of us still need some practice with good scissor skills. So we want to make sure as we're cutting that it's okay to do a bubble around my person. So for me, I'm gonna cut just around where my hair is. If you need to leave a little bit of white space, that's okay. If you notice, I'm leaving just a little bit of white around my person. And I would go ahead and just cut this white edge off your paper too. That's from the copy we have of our photo, but I don't really want white on my paper. All right, So I've cut out my person. Now I got to cut out my letters. Same thing with your letters. If you don't feel like you can cut them out just perfectly around the letter, if you blended in a way that some color got off the sides of your letters, you can just cut your letters out in a circle like this if you want to. Or if you feel confident and feel good about your scissor skills and you want to cut just right on the lines of your letters, that's okay too. Or if you want to do a combination of both, whatever works for you is fine today. So for time's sake, I am going to cut my letters out so that I just have a circle.